Well, Kansas City Royals. It's weird even saying this. The Kansas City Royals have won the World Series. So now, if you look back, 4 of the last 5 World Series have been played in the state of Missouri.
How about that?
It's pretty cool, right?
That's really neat.
Of course, the two teams haven't faced each other. You know, a lot of people say St. Louis is the best baseball town. Clearly, it's in the conversation. But
I agree.
I gotta ask you, like, where does Kansas City rank now? I mean, they went to the World Series last year. They won the World Series this year. And then I assume you saw that parade.
Massive.
I mean, there was, I think I saw the number, there was 11 billion people there. I think
Every person who owned a blue article of clothing was at the parade.
It was
That's how they counted,
unbelievable. It was unbelievable. The fan support there is clearly, electric, energetic. But of course, the other side of it is the Royals have been bad for many, many years, and the fans, even sure they cared, I assume, but they weren't going to the games. So now that we've laid it all out to you, you tell me, man, where does Kansas City rank in regards to the current best baseball?
I think it's bordering on a top 5 best baseball town.
Okay.
I think it's up there, and I think obviously the success these past couple of seasons are shooting them up the ladder. I mean, you look at I think the Star did a thing where it studied amount of youth baseball participation. It's ramped up
really
as the Royals have gotten better and better. So everybody right there, baseball's in a renaissance in Kansas City.
Yeah, all right,
that's cool.
Yeah,
but now for the long-suffering Royals fans who finally get their day in the sun again after decades of disappointment, congratulations. But anyone who tries to say that everyone is has been there since the beginning, that's just not true.
Right.
Just like there are Cardinals fans out there who are not knowledgeable about baseball, and there are a lot who are. There are a few. There are a few who don't know.
Every Cardinal fan is
just like that. Well, there are some Royals fans who are jumping on the bandwagon at the right time, and that has to be acknowledged as well.
Well, here's the thing.
People get mad when you point that out too. This is a touchy subject we're talking about. We're not going to shy away from the hard-hitting subject.
When we're driving around aimlessly in St. Louis, we are going to be hard-hitting.
That's right.
No, but let's talk about the idea of the Royals. It's almost like a high school, maybe a middle school crush. They're just so enamored.
You're saying it's infatuation, not true love?
Well, I don't want to knock it. I mean, maybe you're...
Sometimes infatuation turns into true love. I have this theory. I tried to explain it to someone that's it's like your first crush. It's very hot and heavy, and sometimes that turns into a 50-year marriage. I said Cardinals fans is they've been St. Louis fans. They've been married to the Cardinals for 50 years. They bicker, but at the end of the day, they go home together.
Sure.
They bicker about whether Pete Cosmo's on the roster.
Right.
He's not.
Yeah. Should Tommy Pham make the postseason roster?
Right. Yeah. But at the end of the
day,
they know where the Cardinals left their slippers at night. You know what I mean?
I'm with you. Yeah.
That's kind of the analogy that I use. And
so the Royals.
I tried that out on some Royals fans this week, and they weren't having that. So
because they took it as an insult.
There have been Royals fans who were there since day one. So,
what do you mean day one? You mean the first
there have been Royals fans who've gone and kept score at some really bad seasons, season after season. So,
there were literally dozens of them. There were dozens of them who would do that.
It was, for a long time, it was the best value in baseball. You could go, get a great seat, get a hot dog, get your beverage of choice, and watch some baseball there for really cheap. Now it's not the same.
Yeah, so you're saying that the Royals are like Kelly Kapowski. Kelly Kapowski, for many people of a generation,
the Royals,
was their first crush.
For some fans,
the
Royals are like Topanga.
Yeah. For some fans, the Royals are Farrah Fawcett on a poster.
Yeah, that's before my time. I wouldn't know.
No, but I'm saying Topanga's after people's time. Right. For some people, the Royals are Mae West. You don't know what that is.
Yeah, that's way.
And we could do the other way. Guys.
Go ahead. Yeah, go for it. Zach Taylor,
Morris.
Morris. Yeah.
Zach Morris. I think you're mixing Home Improvements.
Yeah. What's that guy's name?
Well,
Zachary Thomas Taylor. Taylor Thomas.
No, JTT. It's Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Zachary Ty Bryan was the other brother on the show.
Right.
But the last name was Taylor.
Right.
Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Okay. Back to baseball.
Okay.
Jaime Garcia back for the Cardinals next season. They picked up his option. What's your take on it? Good, bad, and different?
It's good business, my friend. 11 million. They get him 1 year. You don't have to worry about. That's the thing with Lackey. A lot of people are tweeting me, emailing you, the whole thing. We got to lock down Lackey. He was so good last year. But if you there's no way a team's going to lock down Lackey without getting him for that second year. Point being, I'm fine if they could somehow get John Lackey for just 2016, but I'm wary about John Lackey also 2017.
Devil's advocate here for what happened with Jaime Garcia in the postseason.
Yeah.
Coming to Mike Matheny an hour or 2 hours before he starts saying, look, I don't feel good, but I still want to pitch.
Right.
That was weird.
And
anyone who says it's not weird is lying to themselves.
Right.
And then he went out and laid a dud on the mound and forgot how to feel the bunt. What about people who say, look, we can't trust this guy in the postseason. Why are we bringing him back
because he got
for another year when we need to get better in the postseason? When the pressure, we need to get better when the pressure is on.
Yeah, no.
Why bring a back who crumbled there last season?
It's a fair question, but then what are the chances? Like they're mad about the stomach. What's the chance that he's going to have a stomach thing? You know what I'm saying? Like
sure.
Jaime was one of the better pitchers in the National League for much of last season. And here's thinking that he can do that again at a pretty good price for the Cardinals next season.
Do the Cardinals are they done looking at starting pitching in the offseason?
I don't know, man. I think it's too early. I mean, the Cardinals. I mean, I hate to use a pitching term, but there could be a curveball in there. I don't think it's David Price, but I kind of like the idea of at least flirting with that.
All right, we'll see.